Well, welcome back to SimStation, and you're looking at this beautiful case that we bought on our marketplace find, and that was only yesterday, and it's tore apart today. I wiped it down real good because I have a build that is going to go in this case, and we're going to quick flip it. I say quick flip it. I don't know if it'll be quick flipped or not. I'm looking at where our standoffs are because of how our new one's going to mount in here. And we still have some like spider carcasses or something in here. It's kind of creepy. We're just gonna blow that crap out of there. That's how you do that. Just blow it out. I'm gonna get the components together. I'm still waiting on stuff. I ordered I'm gonna do a pretty cool build in it, okay? But I'm going to do what we have on hand where we don't spend any more money. And we're going to try to make something really nice out of this thing. That we're going to give it the bling. Okay, I never do the bling. So you never see me do the bling. And you also see me repurpose old hardware, which is what we're going to do today. But we want to make it something somebody can game on. So that looks really cool sitting on their desk or whatever. And it is a really cool case, and I don't mess with the modern stuff too much, so this is a little bit, when it comes to the case and stuff, a little bit of a turn for me. I don't even know what kind of case we have here. It kind of looks like an NZXT in a lot of ways, but a lot of these cases are copycat. I don't know if you can see the logo down here in the corner, but because it's white like the rest of the case, I don't know whose logo that is or nothing, but it come with a lot of stuff. It looks like a pretty decent case, so I'm going to go ahead and get the components that are going to bolt in here, and we're going to start putting this thing together while we're waiting on our fans to come in today. But I got 3 RGBs for the back and 3 for the top right here. There's not really any room to fit a fan back there in the back unless we put a 90mm, but maybe bottom fans, I don't know. I've only got 6 coming, so I got 3 there and 3 there, and that's probably how we're going to roll. So I have had this test board sitting around here for a while that I was using. I got it from Dan French, and this is one of the nicest examples of a 4th gen Intel I have seen. So there's the IO shield for it right here. And I put a 4790K in it. It's got my 2TB Predator drive. We're going to take that out and put the 500 gig Intel drive back in it for the NVMe. And the reason we're going to use the NVMe is because the power supply I have doesn't have any SATA cables for it. That's why I couldn't use it in my later build. But it's going to be perfect for this build because it is a really good power supply. And it has just the right connections for our 1660 Ti graphics card that's going to go in this build. And I love the space in the case. All about being in your face. No, just made all of it up. We're going to have to move some standoffs up on the bottom. But we can't. Or can we? I don't know about you guys and gals, but the one thing I never get with these are motherboard screws, and I am just wiping out my motherboard screws over it, and I don't see any of them. I had this big bag of screws, but these do not fit it, which is kind of crazy because I think these fit most of my others. So I'm not sure what kind of standoffs they got in this one, but yeah, it's definitely not the right thread, so we're not going to be able to use those. I'm going to have to go through my box and bags of screws and try to find us, how many do we need? We need 3, we need 6, I believe we need 8 screws for this. So Well, I didn't find a stick to make you unvertically challenged, but I did find all the motherboard screws we needed for it. And I searched high and low to find these when I realized that I probably need to go ahead and order some hardware. I can probably take these down to the hardware store and mock them up and get some for it, or I can probably get on eBay and order a bunch of this stuff to have it on hand, because you can buy these hardware kits pretty cheap on there too. Used to be able to anyway. And I probably need to order some of them up, because all these that I get that are apart, these cases never ever have the screws and hardware with them. Alright, we're going to get back to the build here. I didn't stop. I went a little fast forward on you. I had a couple of I/O shields in the back, the backing plates that matched these other ones perfectly, and I was too short. So, not too short like you guys are on the tripod, but too short. Two of the number wise short. So we got the power plugged into it, into the motherboard. Our fans are almost here. They're literally about 3 miles away. I just got the notification they were a couple stops, but 3 or 4 miles down the road. Alright, so this is my favorite part. I just turned the power on, and I'm pretty sure it's going to work. I don't know if that glass side panel is going to fit on with that cooler, but we're going to find out. I don't know how they could build a case this big. Oh, look at that. We got power up, so the power switch is working. But I don't think that power supply is going to work for us. We're lighting up here now. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you why. Because I believe we're going to need some SATA connections when it comes to this RGB stuff. And that power supply ain't got no SATA cables on it. So dang it, man. I may have to swap a power supply out of the other computer. We already have the graphics and stuff loaded in here for this. Where's our Ethernet at? Let's go over here and clear some stuff out. Oh, we're gonna make sure that our graphics are in there. I'm probably blocking you, but what we're doing is over here now anyway. It's not over there on that. I'll bet when I get my fans here, I can take a look. We need download drivers too. 1660 Ti. We need a SATA driver, IDE, ATA, a TAPI controllers, and an SM bus controller. And we can do that through Windows Update. Go to settings. It's getting ready to storm here again. It's been storming all morning, literally all morning long. And I'm going to go to the next one. I got 2 more of these fans to install. I'm going to rob a power supply out of another computer, which I hate doing, because that stuff don't likely make it back when I do it. But I'm going to, because I'm going to pick up a power supply in the morning on another marketplace deal. I don't want to talk about that yet either. I'm busy right now. I'm busy on marketplace. I got to get computers ready to go out, this being one of them. So I'm busy, and that's just how it's going to be. So I'm going to set this on that fan. It did come with bags of screws, but I am going to time lapse you guys and gals, because this is going to take a hot minute. So we got a little bit of cable management done. We got the hub put in. Let me tell you what I don't like about this hub. It didn't leave any extra for the CPU cooler to go into. So we need to be able to time this stuff. And I think I got a little hub that does that back here somewhere. If I do, I'll install it in this one. So at least we can get it kinda, I don't know how this, what's the science here? What is the science here? This thing right here, maybe it'll work. She's got a few pins there that might plug into that, and we can get the mode speed and the light. We might be able to time it close. I don't know. But we're going to need a power supply with Molex connectors and these connectors and those connectors and all the connectors that you ever think of. Alright, we're just robbing and stealing parts out of my gateway that I did a couple videos on, and it even ran iRacing with the Oculus Quest and did really good at it. And I just sat the thing in the corner and I'm treating it like a red-headed stepchild, like a lot of my computers, and hook them up every once in a while and do stuff with them. My gateway Dell, or my Dell XPS behind me, it works, and I just need to set up the nostalgic rig for it. So guys gotta have time to do that stuff. Okay, here we go. Power supply on. Seen the keyboard flash. Should we hit the power button? We know what happened before. Holy crap, we got lights everywhere, don't we? We got some lights. Man, she is colorful. Look at that. Let me let you get a gooder look at it here. How about now? Oh, I love it. We blinged that baby right out, didn't we? Who says I can't bling? I can bling. Let me see if I can get this one to kind of do the loop with the rest of them here. So let me find that little button. It's got a couple buttons on it too, so let's see what that does. All right. I don't think it's going fast enough. Getting it to sync with those other ones is going to be fun, huh? I don't think we're going to make it happen. Well, what do you think about that? Honestly, I think we should put the panels on it now. Alright, those fans are a little bit loud. There's no denying that. But I think we might be able to adjust them. But look at our build. Yeah, the timing's a little off on the CPU cooler. Guys, we're gonna have to work on the speed, okay? Here's our build, though, one more time. I know you've seen it, so let's see it again here. i7 4790K, 4 gigahertz, 16 gigs of RAM, 500 gig NVMe drive in it. Device Manager is going to show you that we are running, oh, we got to finish putting drivers in it too. That's our Intel, there we go right there, 1660 Ti graphics card. So that's our build so far. I think we ran heaven on it in this video already. But here is the total build. This is going to be what's going for sale, and the Bling sells it, right? You put the Bling on it, light it up like that, do a video. She's gone. I like the case. I still am not sure what it is. It might be an NZXT. The more I worked on it and looked at it, it reminds me a lot of of being a big brother to my smaller NZXT case, and I'm just giving you guys a full go around of it here because we're about to end the video out. This was a long one. I started on this morning. It took me all day, people. No, it didn't. I had to stop for a big part of the day. I needed to figure out what I wanted to do on a power supply, and I ended up having a deal fall right in my lap on Marketplace this afternoon, and it was automatic what I was going to do with the power supply after that. But let's turn the lights off for a minute, let you guys soak this in. Those fans are not bad for $30, guys and gals. I love the centers of them. Look at the center. That is pretty cool for a cheap fan. It's like it's a wormhole or a spiral. It's pretty cool. So hopefully this thing comes out good on your end. As good as it does on mine anyway. But I like it. I'm kind of digging on it here. I want to get you on my selfie because we're about to end this video out. It's been a long one. It's been a lot of work. But again, I did other stuff today. I'll get more content. I'm going to go get more content in the morning. That's why I'm going to quit on this one and go to bed. Those fans are a little loud, and I need to flip 3 of those fans around the other way. Just need to figure out which 3 I'm going to do that to. Probably, maybe even the top ones. I'm not sure. I kind of want to leave the top for the exhaust. We want to intake out of the front 3 there. Would be my guess, but aesthetically they look better like that. But aesthetics isn't everything. That's not all that we need. We need more than that. So yes, my hair's a mess because it's night and I got my hat off and I'm ready to call it a night. We put our time in on the old girl, but we started from scratch today. And we did other stuff, and we did dealing and negotiating and stuff like that, but we got the case cleaned up. The glass come out beautiful on it. I think the entire build did, really. I think this whole build come out absolutely gorgeous. And I like it. I really do. And I think that, I don't think it's going to last long at the price point I put it up there for. We're just going to move this thing, rock and roll it, and let somebody enjoy the crap out of it. That's what it's all about, right? It's a budget build. I mean, this is a budget build, period. And somebody's going to have some really cool lights going off in their room. You can take the top panel off to get the backside panel off back there and control it with the controllers. There's a controller on each of these, so you can do that. I would probably put a different hub back there and get a remote for it. And I probably should have done that, but $30 for 6 fans, honestly? Crap, I mean, the fans are worth that. Just get another controller for it, right? I'm not going to do it, but someone else can definitely do it. I don't believe there's a controller in here. There's not. But that's going to do it for the video. This is what I'm doing. I'm flipping these. I got to make some of the cash back. We got to recoup cash that we spend for other projects to make content. So in order for me to keep making new content, I have to keep flipping stuff and coming up with ideas to flip it. This one I could have used the gateway in, but I'm going to have to wait a little bit until I get the I/O shield that I ordered for that from eBay. Because the I/O shields are not removable out of the Alienware units. So there wasn't an I/O shield with it. But you can order them from China where they repop I/O shields to go in so you can put those boards in desktops. I'm not worried about the pinouts on that board because I know that I can put a regular power switch and stuff like that on it. I knew that as soon as I jumped it with a screwdriver that I could fit a power switch in there. So we're not concerned about that. We'll just figure out what case we want to use for that. This computer though, thank Dan French once more for the board. He supplied me with this 4th gen board. I put the 4690 or 4790 processor in it. I put the NVMe drive in it, the graphics card. I think it had 8 gigs of memory from Dan. I stuffed 14 or 16 gigs in it. So we doubled up on that. But a nice clean build here. The case come out of the other purchase that you've seen in the Tuesday video. This is the case for it. We got $30 in fans, nothing in the motherboard and processor. We got $30. We got about $100 in that graphics card, so there's $130. And then if we want to cut our part out of the case right there, we were all in $240 for that case, the Alienware motherboard and processor, the 1080 Ti and the 1070 Ti. So we were $240 all in on that. And I'm going to say that the case is nothing because the mother parts are well worth $240. So let's just say, we sold this for $300 and we deducted the $130 we have in the other parts. So that would give us what, well, if we sold it for $300 and we deducted 100, that's going to put us at 2, so $170 profit if we went at 3. And if we took another 100 off that, we would have $70 profit, and then we would only have $140 in our 1080 Ti, 1070 Ti, Alienware 8700K with the 16 gigs of RAM and stuff on that one. I'll take those numbers any day. I really will. So if we took 250, 200 or 250, we're not losing money on this. We're really not. So it's got, what a beautiful budget build for somebody. Honestly, I think most of you can agree with that. And it's still capable of gaming, despite what some people might think. They don't know it's not going to game. I use Windows 10, Internet of Things, IoT, Enterprise LTSC 21H2. And it's what I use on my iRacing rig. It's what I choose to game with personally, because it's supported until January 13, 2032, and anyone can look that up. That's why I use this OS. I use it because I need it for iRacing. If it wasn't for that, I would run Linux. That's a fact. But I need it for iRacing. My next video is going to be a marketplace find, and I'm going to go ahead and let some of the beans out of the bag now. It's a HP Pro Desk. So, not the little Pro Desk, not the tiny one, the bigger one. So if you're into those things, you're going to like that video. I think I'm going to drop it the following Tuesday after you see this video. So I think that's when that marketplace find is going to come out. But for this one, I'm done. The build is complete. You can tell I'm really ecstatic about it. I like the bling. I just don't like installing the bling. But when the bling's there, it's there, right? It helps sell PCs, and she's a looker. That's all I can say. She is a looker. And I'm done. That's it. I want to thank each and every one of you. I can't believe how much views are going up, how much subscriber count's going up, and how much the comments and the likes are going up, and I appreciate every single one of them. I appreciate you more than you'll know. That's a fact. But it's been another great SimStation production. Like, comment, subscribe. It's free. It's easy. I love responding to those comments, reading them, responding to them. And I like talking with a lot of you guys and gals out there. This is what makes YouTube fun. It really does. But flipping these things around and putting cash back in my pocket allows me to keep the channel going in the positive direction with the marketplace finds, thrift store finds, yard sale finds, side of the road find, whatever we can find, right? That's how you do it. I've got contacts built from doing this, so that's how the Pro Desk come about today, was a contact. But that's it. Been another great SimStation production, and I'll catch you on the very next one.